What is happening? J Gamer Dude here. I was originally going to do an Outlaws Star Wars Outlaws trailer reaction, but I realized I couldn't really do that good of a reaction because I'm not that into Star Wars. But I do want to ask, are you interested in Star Wars Outlaws? Have you checked out the trailer? Do you like it? Are you going to pick up the game yourself? Are you going to pre-order? Are you going to wait for a sale? Let me know in the comments below. Originally, this video was just going to be about Star Wars Outlaws, but then I realized there was something strange going on with starting from the likes to dislikes on the story trailer, where you've got 31,000 likes and 77k dislikes. It was 50-50 before, and now it's more like 30-60, really? Maybe 25-75, depending on how you want to look at it, but somewhere between there, effectively. And when I saw that game bent over backwards, I was like, wait, what the heck is going on with this trailer? And I wonder if everyone is just hating on Ubisoft for like the decisions they've been making lately. So I thought, okay, let's look at the comments real quick and just have a bit of a delve to find out what the heck is going on. Then you see stuff like, never believe Ubisoft until you try the game yourself. Remember, never pre-order from Ubisoft. Ubisoft needs to get comfortable with not receiving my money. Oh man. Okay, I'm going to reference that for sure later on. And then this one got me. Was at this point, Ubisoft is becoming that good friend you had in high school who went down a dark path and no longer tried to help anymore. Remember guys, this is Ubisoft games. That means 12 years, this game will be gone from your library and inaccessible because of some stupid issues. And I thought for a second, hold on. Wait. There's some hate going on for various things that Ubisoft had done over the years. I didn't have an article up for this, but Watch Dogs was the game we ended up getting in the end was a significantly downgraded version of the original trailers that was shown about 10 years ago. I forgot to put up an article for that one, so that was one thing that I was going to reference. The next thing was actually going to be the fact that Ubisoft wants you to be comfortable with not owning your games. That was in a reference to that comment that said Ubisoft should be comfortable in not getting my money. Comfortable with not getting my money. Yeah, that's the one. Because they're trying to lean into the subscription service of Ubisoft Plus, which was a rebranding of something else that they already had that I can't even remember the name of. The fact that the crew has been shut down lately, as of about a couple weeks ago, as of me recording this video. And then, of course, the fact that Star Wars Outlaws, for some reason, is wildly expensive, but they instead want you to get the Ubisoft Plus and lean into that because Jesus Christ, the game is very expensive. I mean, like, I can't remember, but apparently the Ultimate Edition is 130 USD. So in my local currency, that's $200. I am not going to pay $200 for a game. Unless it's a game that I really want and is completely out of print. And the cheapest I can get it is for $200 on eBay. Like, that would probably be as far as I would go. But it's clear that they want you to get Ubisoft Plus for like a much cheaper price per month than to do anything else, really. That's oof. And the content doesn't even seem that good, to be honest. What's on the season pass? Jabba's Gambit. I mean, the fact that they have like additional content, and one of which is actually available immediately after launch. Actually, no, both of these are available after launch. Huh. Because there was a piece of DLC that was available only at launch. Anyway, this then all culminates into this one right here. The physical version of Star Wars Outlaws will require an internet connection to be installed. Now, we did talk about Ubisoft shutting down the crew. The crew had been available for less than 10 years, and ultimately that... Actually, no. Did it release at the end of 2013 when the PS4 launched, or did it launch the year after in like Marchish? I can't remember exactly when it launched, but roughly, let's just say 10 years have passed, and they've now shut down the game, which means it is no longer playable, and even if you have the disc version of the game, you can no longer play it because it's nothing to do with piracy. It's just the fact that the servers for the game no longer allow you to connect, and they did create a offline mode that is not accessible to anyone except modders who are able to get into the system files of the crew on PC. So that's not going to be available for anyone who's on Xbox or anyone who's on PS4, ultimately. And so there was actually a comment in the Star Wars Outlaw trailer that was something along the lines of, remember guys, this is Ubisoft games. That means in 12 years this game will be gone from your library and inaccessible because of some stupid issues. And that's where the inaccessible from stupid issues comes from. There is absolutely no reason, if you have the disc of a game, that you require the internet to install, because discs do have, depending on what game you're talking about, unfortunately, and what platform you're on as well, unfortunately, that the game files are actually on the disc. They are playable from beginning to end, but they may not necessarily be the best experience. Say, for example, something like the PS4 version of Cyberpunk 2077. I could throw in the disc and play it from beginning to end, but it'll be a glitchy, without the internet of course as well, but it'll still be a glitchy, buggy mess, but I can still play the game. Again, not the best experience, but it's good enough to kind of get you from beginning to end, and that's kind of all you really need. And I say platform specific because most Xbox games don't even come on discs anymore. Instead, it's like a very small file on the disc itself, and yet it still needs the disc to be played for some reason, whereas most PS5 games do have the game on the disc. And you can test that yourself as well by turning off the internet on your PS5, putting the disc in, and then checking how much data is being transferred onto your PS5 after the fact, and then checking the actual like size after it's installed, making sure that you don't touch the internet at all either. But regardless of that, this game does not look like it's even worth its asking price. It requires the internet to be installed, despite the fact that they've decommissioned The Crew 2 and that is now no longer available to be played. The games that they've shown in the past in terms of trailers are not, like, looked way better than what we actually ended up getting with an end product. And that's specifically talking about what happened with the original Watch Dogs when that came out. Ubisoft is wanting us to no longer own our games because they want us to get comfortable with digital distribution, and that digital distribution is you're paying money to rent something until you no longer own it anymore for whatever reason. All of these things put together ultimately lead to where we are now, where people are hating on Ubisoft, and everything that I've mentioned is enough reason to hate on them. There's no reason to really trust them with half of what they say, and you're better off just waiting either for a sale or for reviews to come out if you really, really want to play the game. But even then, on launch day, it is going to be probably more expensive than pre-ordering, and even then pre-ordering is uber expensive as it is. In USD, the highest ultimate version is $130, so it seems like not only is the minimum price of the highest price of the lowest possible version or the standard version of a game went from 60 to 70, but also these increased silver edition, gold edition, ultimate editions are now even higher than before. The highest they were before was like $110. Now they're like 130 USD instead. So it just doesn't work. Increasing the price for games that are worth the price, if they were to increase their price, it could be worth it for that game alone, but there are going to be plenty of bad actors like EA, like Ubisoft, that are going to take advantage of price increases and increase the price of their own games, lest we forget stuff like 2K, Take-Two, and all the rest of it. I don't know. I'm just putting that out there that if any changes made in the industry, for a fact bad actors are going to try and get some of that by trying to, take advantage of whatever increased price, increase of digital content, whether it be cosmetics, season passes, DLCs, whatever have you. So yeah, just want to kind of talk about this and provide the hate around Ubisoft and the hate around some of the hate around Star Wars Outlaws. I'm not going to talk about character designs or anything like that because that's its own can of worms that I'm probably not going to talk about. But with all that said and done, let me know what you guys thought about everything that I said in this video in the comments below. Like it if you like the video if you liked it, and subscribe to the channel. I'm looking to get 200 subs by the end of the year, at least hoping to. But with all that said and done, I do upload every day, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.